Good morning, YouTube. Welcome back to another Saturday morning stream. We're here, ready to do some more Kerbal. Let's see if we can't get our monies up today, our funds, and get that science building unlocked. That's the big thing right there. That's the holdback. So our main mission for the overall series is to get the Indigo Voyage. This is, has evolved, but this is now the goal, is to get the Indigo Voyage around to all of the various bodies and, go by, take a look, get some science, that kind of stuff. That's the end goal. But to do that, we need to upgrade it before we send it on its way. And to do that, we need to unlock this right here. That right there. That's what's going to allow us to finish off the Gemini mission, which is going to be the upgrade for the Indigo Voyage. But we need to be able to put some convertrons on it to be able to make our fuel to get around to all of the places without having to come back for refuel missions. I suppose we could send fuel, but that doesn't seem very cost effective. Anyway, we currently have 2.3 million credits or roots or monies, whatever you want to call it. And I think we should focus today. How you doing? Not good morning. Welcome to everybody who's watching the stream yet. I did not actually go through and post all. I wanted to see just how many people show up if I don't post all through the Discord. I was being lazy too. That's another reason. But speaking of, I'm gonna go ahead and thumbs up my video. So yeah, I do cheat a little bit. I watch it on my second account and I give it a thumbs up because I do like what I do. I think that's fair. Okay, what are we doing? We're trying to figure out what our most active. That's what we need. Sorry, we need to figure out what's going to be our most productive missions here. Of course, the scans are going to be good, and many of those should just automatically complete. They've gone along a little bit. They would go a little faster if I lowered that satellite into a permanent lower orbit instead of having it oval and ellipses where it goes way up high. But then the one scanner can't do its job if I let it go, if I keep it low. So the way it is right now, they all can work, but it goes a little slower than if the satellite was, at one altitude and then had another satellite at a different altitude. But speaking of, maybe I can make it go a little faster. I should check my other satellite that's up there, because I have two up there. That's not very much. Oh, completion 100. Okay, so it wouldn't be bad. Ooh, that's one we should definitely do today. That's recover Chattis' scrap from orbit of the Mun. That is one we should definitely focus on. Surface data from Eve. Oh, that's right. I forgot, guys. I totally forgot about last week's stream. We got this mission on. I said, oh, now it's time for a lander, to build a lander and send it to Eve. Maybe. Let's check on our thing here. Oop, let me get back to live chat over here. Anybody talking? Nope, not too much. What was I about to say? Dang it. lost my train of thought. We were gonna make a lander, right? The alarm clock. That's what I need to check on. How many days till Aduna intercept? 140. So if we seriously overbuild a rocket, we might be able to get it there and just kind of force a thing. So, and if we're just gonna send the smallest, tiniest rover thing, it doesn't have to be much, right? Just has to get on, land on the surface and survive. So let's think about that. Ooh, you know what we probably want to do is we would probably want to edit it. We'd probably want to build it over here, for the symmetry on the rover part. So, I mean, we could just go with the Dobodyne rover base to start with. Do a basic rover. I do like these wheels better than the other wheel. And then we would have to hit X for symmetry mode. We put those all the way out there. See, I think that's what we're gonna have to immediately do is just make this thing a little bit longer. Well, I don't know. Maybe if we put some structure just like on the front and back, and then attach the wheels to that. Like, where's my structure? There it is. Structure. This thing. Maybe not that big thing. Maybe this little thing? Yeah, this little... Ooh. Okay. Well, what if I did that, and then I attach the wheel to that, and then I can kind of bring it in as much as I want. I could even... I don't know if I want them touching or not. Maybe I want them just apart and kind of low. Yeah. And then I can also grab it and throw it on the back too. Ooh, I gotta rotate it somehow. Ooh, not that way. Not that way. Yes, that way. Okay. And do the same back here. I can just bring them right together. Oh, they need to be a little lower. Right at the edge of the thing. And this one's... Is this one right at the edge? Okay, the back's just a little bit lower than the front. And we need to bring this up just a little. I think it's on that line in the front. Yeah, like that. That seems right. That seems right. Now that looks good. That looks good. That looks relatively balanced. Okay, there's the base of our rover. That should work. Now we're probably gonna have to save it. There's no way we can launch it. Well, yeah, we could. We got 30-part limit though on this hangar bay over here instead of, because we never upgraded it much. I don't remember. I don't know if we've upgraded it at all. I don't think we did. Anyway, we can build it over here. We can save it, and then we can load it over in the rocket bay, which is where we're going to end up launching it anyway. So then we're going to need some kind of... I want the most advanced here. Or I want the one that... Okay, is this one got all of the assists? I can't... No. It just has stability assist. Okay, so that's a real basic part. Okay, that's a... although... it's not really going to need... And then the... Oh, that's right. Because this thing has its own stuff, too. Let's go check out what it actually does give us. So it gives us stability assist. That's it. But that's okay. Oh, there's variations? Ooh, we can send a gold rover. I like that. Gold rover on Duna. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so that kind of answers my question there. We don't need any more control because this has a computer. What we do need is a really decent antenna. And this one should be able to easily reach the any kind of communication satellite that's in orbit around Duna. Well, how would I want to put it? I kind of want to put it something like that. Because we shouldn't need more than one. We really shouldn't need... Okay, let's hold off on that for a second. Let's also figure out, because we're going to need power, and we're going to need a bit of that. Let's throw some batteries on it. Yeah, let's put them right on the side like so. I like that. That looks good. So there's some extra batteries. That'll help a lot. And then we want to be able to generate some power, so we're going to need some solar panel. And I'm thinking... Ooh, voice cracking here. Sorry, guys. Let me take a sip of my coffee, see if that helps. Ah, much better. Okay, solar panels. Well, they kind of need to go up in a bit of an angle. And then if we extend the solar panel, how's that look? That should be okay. Might want to move it just a hair back. Now this way a hair. Oop, no. Okay, maybe I'll leave it right there. We'll bring it back a little bit further. And then, you know what? I think I would like to rotate it up about like that angle. And because I'm using these panels, as long as I don't break them in a roll, I can use them to roll back over. And in fact, I probably should just put a safety, just a couple maybe just even, is it maybe the bigger one? I don't know. Maybe put a safety panel on here too. We need to rotate. Put it on there. You know, just in case those break. And then we can, you know, we can keep these retracted most of the time and use them to extend our stuff. We could also use one of the communication antennas for that, one of these HG high gain antennas. Now, theoretically, this should be good enough for an antenna. If I was, ooh, one actually is even better. Is this one the same as this one? That's 2G. That one's 2G. Packet size is a little different. Actually, this is better. Let's put this antenna on here somehow. Ooh, maybe like right in between the back here. Move it back a little bit. And the antenna. Oop, that's not quite right. Start there, and then I'm going to move it back a little bit. I don't want to, or move this forward a little bit. Move this forward a bit. Boop, boop. That. Oh, there we go. That's nice. I like that. Now, how does this look when I extend these? Does it look like it's interfering? Not really. Though it probably would look better if the antenna was just a little taller, and or these. Oop. Do that. If these were just a little further out. That's a little too far. Can we not be so absolute? No, no. Can we not be so snappy? That's what we want. And I know if I move that up, it's not going to look right at all, unless I put it on top of something else. Okay. That antenna there. What do you think? Stream is really quiet. Stream is really quiet. What's going? Oh. You know, as in people not talking too much. Okay. Or are you talking about my voice? Because I was starting to drift away from the microphone a little bit, so I'll stick my face up on it. If that's what you mean. Other than that, double check my connections. Everything seems okay. Let me know. Okay, let's go back to... Alright, so we got panels. We got power. We got power production. We've got communications. Now we just need science that we're going to send on it, I think. And that's... We're going to want to try to fit all of the... Except for a junior. I don't think I'm going to send a junior. Because it's a one-time use. It's big. It's heavy. It's same with the, maybe same with the goo. I could send goo. Just send a couple of them, and maybe I get like. Oh, actually, you know what? Oh, say you know what? The goo might actually look good if I put it. Well, here we'll make a goo bumper. Goo bumper, yeah, that's what we'll call it. That actually looks pretty good. I like it. Okay, we'll send some goo. We also want to put some lights on this. So let's not forget about that. In fact, we can just go... I mean, when I want this one or when I want this dome light... Kind of like that. But I can't tell. I mean, can we... Lights on? I mean, it's like you can't really see how well they work right now. It's a dome light. I wouldn't think it'd be very spotlight-ish. So... Oh, here, maybe we want one of these little things. These little spotlights. Do something like that. And then we probably would want to rotate them just slightly out. I would think that would be about right. And then we would put the little dome lights like along the side here somewhere, just to kind of light up the rover in general, the general area around it. Okay, hopefully that'll work out the way I want it to. What about these little guys? Can I fit these little guys on for rear lights? Ooh, I can. Look at that. Right on the gear too. Right on the strut. I like that. Can I move it just a little bit though? Get it right on the... Back it up in there a bit. I like it. Okay, we got plenty of lights on there now. Probably too many lights now. But back to the science. Back to the science. We definitely got to have... We probably don't need two of these. So we definitely got to have a barometer. We definitely got to have a thermometer. And then we probably want to have a seismic thing. Let's see, where can we stick this? Even put the seismic thing up on the front. Oh, actually, you know, I don't want to put the seismic thing on the front. I'll put it back here somewhere. Let's put it there and just kind of move this up around a little bit there. Yeah, that looks okay. And then surface scanning module. I mean, that wouldn't be a bad idea, especially since... But we're not really... Ooh. I mean, I can stick it on there. Can I? What do I want to stick it on there? I guess the question. If I was to do that, maybe I put it right like in the middle up here and let it stick right through the solar panel. I mean, yeah, we can clip that. No worries. Ah, okay, good. You had me worried there for a minute. I thought maybe I had something wrong with my audio. We definitely want to get... dang, my voice is feeling funky today. We definitely want to have one of these on here. Here, what we'll do, I'll stick it on there first, and then we'll move them around. We'll move this one. I'm going to go with the not local. I'm going to put snap back on. Snap. Okay, move that forward. Move this one back. That way it looks like a little engine type thing. That looks pretty good like that. Maybe we move this back just to... Or move this forward. Or move it down. Maybe move it down. That's too much. Take the snap back off. Now that we got them centered up. Bring that forward. Down just a bit. Oh, you know what? Let's rotate. And let's put the snap back on because I want to... Precision rotate because I want that like that. Ooh, yeah, I like that. And then now I can move this forward just a touch. Come on. And down. I want it down. I don't want it down that much. Down just a little bit, maybe. Down a bit hair more. Uh-huh. What do you think, guys? Alright. Communication's taken care of. I feel like I should have an emergency antenna on there, because if this isn't... Or is there an emergency antenna inside the thing? Or like some kind of basic antenna? Say some kind of basic antenna? Yes, it does say it. It has a 5K internal antenna. Okay, we don't have to worry about an emergency antenna then. It's got one. It's got one. Okay, I feel like that's pretty good. Did I forget any of the important science? We've got that. We've got... I don't think I can do anything with a magnetometer boom on the surface, so that doesn't help if I send that. So no, I think I got everything on there that I could possibly use on the surface for a rover. You think that's good? Let's go ahead and retract the antenna. We will save this as our what's this basic rover? Just basic rover platform. Basic rover Unmanned vessel. Brove? I don't know. Maybe you guys come up with something better. It's Brove for now. Basic rover. Unmanned vessel. Manned something. Maybe vessel wouldn't be the word there. Unmanned vehicle? Vehicle. That's still V though. Let's try to come up with something better. Anyway, alright, we'll save that. Save that. Okay, let's switch back over to the editor. Ooh, did it bring it over here with me? It did. Okay, I don't want it though. I don't. Well, maybe I do want it up there. Ooh. Okay, so yeah, that's fine. We can attach. I can spin it the right way. There we go. Like that, even maybe. If we can attach some stuff to it, particularly, I'm going to start out with a decoupler, not a stack separator, like the smallest decoupler too, just a itty bitty one. There we go. Put it underneath there. And then we go with some kind of or do I want, no, I don't want a clamp. Or do I want a clamp? That's an interesting idea. What if we did something like we could put a clampetron there, and then we could put another clampetron here, right? And then it could be part of a base unit that actually it can drive back to and connect up to. Hey there, Darkfire. Good morning. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Don't forget to hit that like button. We are performing experiments today. Many experiments. So one, we decided to build a rover, send it to Duna, because that is one of the missions that we have, and it's one of the good paying missions, and it should take a long time. So some of our other missions will happen to finish as we're doing all that. And we might even be able to send a double mission here because well, first we got to figure out the rest of this drop vessel or drop thing, drop pod, drop something's gonna drop. Ooh, actually, that's a great idea. Now that you mention it, is we could just throw an airstream. Maybe not even that one, but like the small one. Will the small one get out? No. Not quite right. Okay, so we're gonna have to make it bigger. Okay, structural stuff. That's what I probably need to be looking at. And like some kind of big plate. Like that. Ooh. That's not bad. That is almost not bad. What do you think? Is there a bigger plate? Is there a bigger plate? Is this one bigger? No, that's the same one. Is this one bigger? No, that's smaller. Apparently that's the biggest one we got, plate-wise. And then we've got structural panels. These are 1x1s, these are 2x2s. Let's go ahead and purchase those because we kind of want to use those. So yeah, we could use structure panels to... I could turn them the right way. Something like that. To build this platform out, and then oh, look at that, that's almost perfect. Gotta move these around a little bit. Try to get them. Probably should throw snap on for this. Yeah, that'll make it easier. That made my life a lot easier. Okay, but I probably want to move them up so that they just barely. I mean, they just touch the things, and then we'll probably want to test this before we send it to Duna to make sure things are going to work. Let me take stop off for this part. Yeah, because if this works out perfectly, I want to. Can I get in a little? I want to see exactly when it touches, because I want it to be just touching right there. That one's touching a little bit. Oh, okay, that's interesting. You know what that's telling me? That's telling me my rear wheels are just slightly lower than my front wheels on the body, and that's good that we noticed that. Now we can fix it. Except I gotta target just there we go. And is it gonna move the other side the way I... Okay, good. It does. That's good. Let's bring that up. Just to the same height as the other one. Might have overdid it a hair. Ugh. Precision mouse movement. There we go. Okay. And we're gonna save that as launcher, and we'll save that so that we have a slightly different save file. And then we need to launch it so that we can test this. So let's test. I'm thinking for a second, make sure that okay. Yeah, I think we should be able to test it just like it is. I just want to make sure that I can undock, roll off, roll back on, and redock. And if that's all good, then we'll move on. And we'll figure out the thing that's going to land this thing on Duna. Okay, so undock. And I can roll off. Nice. And I can roll back on. Hold on. Yes. And the things lock up. Look at that. They want to lock right up. It's just like roll, 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 roll. Okay, no stage. I have a brake button though. And ba-ding. And we're back on. Sweet. This works. I like it. We have a new we have a probe platform. Nice. I mean, like a literal probe platform. A little platform lands on. Okay, so let's recover the vessel. It was a success so far. Now, I would say that we're done. I would say that what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to land this like flat on the surface the way it is. Yeah. In fact, shoot, we've got just that little lip there. Is that going to be okay? Now I'm debating on if I want to bring these down. Oops. Undo. I want to bring these down just a hair, right? So that they match up with the bottom of that. Back up just a hair. Right there. That is about perfect. That's flat. And maybe even down just a hair more, because if there's something that's going to break when it hits the ground, I want it to be these little flat pieces and not this roundish piece, because yeah, that's going to make it impossible to reconnect it. And there's 4 of these, and if I lose 1, 2 of them in an impact, I would be okay with it. Let's hope we don't have that issue, but that's my thinking. That's my thinking. And then what I'll do is I will actually bring our wheelbase down just a hair to match up with the platform. Just a hair more. Let's get real in there and make sure that we are spot on. Trying to be real precise here. Okay, let's do it to the front as well. Did I move it? Oh yeah, I was just moving the wheel, not the little crate things, because I think there's other things attached to those, but yeah, I just want to move the wheel. Too far. Up just a bit. There we go. That match. Now, should I retest it, you suppose, now that I made those little adjustments? Let's save that before we go any further. That should be good. Now then, we need this to become a lander thing that's going to punch through Eve? It is Eve, right? Or is it Duna? Let me double check that, because if we're going to Duna, it's going to be a lot easier than if we're going to Eve. Because I forget. I forget now. We did that. Okay. Where is it at? From the surface of Eve. Okay, it is Eve. Indeed it is. Indeed it is Eve. So we need some serious protection coming through the atmosphere here. I also want to build this up so that it actually is going to be a little like thing for our thing. Okay, let's get the long beam. And I'm going to throw the beam right on the corner here. Yeah, well, looks okay. Pretty close to exactly on the corner there. And then yeah, because those will be down. We can make like a roof, except we're not going to use those. We're going to use solar panels. It's a base station, and we'll put a big antenna on it, and yeah, that'll be good. Oh, in fact, let's do it like this. Structure. Get this beam. Put it there. Go like that. No, rotate like that. I don't wanna. I mean, it doesn't care if it's on there, I guess. Alright, get that in there. And then we're gonna rotate. We're gonna put our snap tool back on. We want to rotate that in. And move it. Oh man, I kind of want two of those, but let's rotate those up. Maybe I should just use the long one. I should just use the long one, yep. And then can I get it to, there we go. Go right to the attachment point, that's better. Okay, now we can rotate these, because we'll just rotate them down, and then we'll rotate them this way. Ooh. Undo. Okay, we don't want local here, we want absolute, there we go. Because I want it to rotate around like that. There we go, that's better. And then now I want local again because I want to bring it down. Ah, perfect. Look at that. Look at that. Exactly what I wanted. All right, there's our landing thing. And then we'll put some panels maybe. And a computer. We'll give it a good computer too. Maybe, if I get it to snap to one of those. Those? No, probably not. Because they're at a weird angle. And it doesn't want to do it. Hello? Bye. No, it doesn't really want to snap. Even when I hold Alt, it doesn't want to do it because they're like no. Okay, well, it needs to be somewhere in here. And this thing needs to be able to detach from the thing below it. So let's give it a big. Let's give it a big or let's give it some kind of decoupler, which would be, maybe it doesn't need a decoupler because I'm going to put a heat shield on the bottom of this. Let me look at that. Heat shield. Here we go. Yeah, right, like that. And then if I expand that, inflate the heat shield. Does that look? Haha, perfect. And then I need another one on top. Maybe. Do I need another heat shield? That should be good, right? I just needed a buttload of umbrellas. Or not umbrellas. Parachutes. Umbrellas. I need a ton of parachutes now. Let's see here. We got the radial mount parachutes. So we could Cool. Now we can now do this. We can go parachute. Parachute, and then we'll do some drogue shoot. Drogue shoot. That's a lot of shoots. I think that'll be good. And then what else? What else would be good on this? Oh, maybe this would be where we put our Science Junior modules on here somehow. I don't know. Don't really see a great way to stick them in here. That could be interesting. I was gonna put some panels on this just to be like a charging station for the thing. And we'd also need batteries on it too if we were gonna do that, or some kind of battery. We'll probably put the bigger battery on it, of course. That could be like up here. A lot of batteries. Yeah, why not? Am I overbuilding it? Am I making it too expensive? Hey, how's it going? It is quiet. What? No, don't tell me that. Panels. Do we want the big panels? Like just... I don't know. That doesn't work out very well. What I was thinking is you know, put them not like that obviously, but movement and then just bringing them so that they look like they were attached to the side of the beam. Maybe if I can get it. Hard to do. Oh, there we go. So like that. Kind of looks like a pinwheel. Ah, you know what? I like it. I'm going to leave it just like that. We'll see what happens. Now, the question is this going to land? Is this going to go through the atmosphere and land like I hope it will? So I should be able to eject this, right? Like this whole heat shield thing below it. I should be able to eject that like after the parachutes deploy. That's the plan. That's the hope. Oh, I should probably also throw a communication relay on this of some sort, or a dozen, or 4. How about 4? Kind of like that, except you know, and then rotate it 45 like that, and then yeah, that's not bad. Move maybe. Move it in. Even better. It works. Okay, now let's put it in a big thing. So let's deflate the heat shield. Because that's not going to happen until much later on in the mission. We still need to get some kind of control unit on the main part here. Somewhere on here. I really would like it to go on one of these up here, but it just does not want to go on there. Oop. What did I just do? Yeah, someday I'm going to disable that Windows button because it really messes me up all the time. Up a little bit. No. No. Hold Alt. No. Nothing. Yeah, it just does not want to attach right there. Where else? Oh, I could put it. Okay, there we go. That's what I'll do. I will attach it to one of these attachment points in the middle of the plate, and I'll just move it to where I want it on the vehicle. There we go. Ooh, I don't need 4 of them. Just 1. There we go. Move that. Now I should be able to just move it right to the middle inside the plate. up just a bit. And there we go. That way I can control that little platform as a control point anyway. It'll remain as a probe. And I think that's good. I think we're good there. Let's see if we can encapsulate it now. We need to first put a decoupler of some sort. Doesn't need to be a big one. Guess it would look better as a big one. I guess it does need to be a big one. There we go. Decoupler of there. And now we need a little engine stage. This is a very little kind of like landing deorbit stage type thing, which is going to require some kind of tank. Ooh, I kind of like the idea of just throwing this adapter here. Does this guy look? Yeah. Let's see. Is that the right adapter though? It is. Look at that. Except I kind of wanted to go the other way. Would it be this one? Is this a tank? It is a tank. That's what I wanted. I will definitely use that adapter in a future design though, so I don't feel like that was a waste of money. And then we just need a little bit of an engine to deorbit this. Reliant? Or I prefer maybe a swivel. There we go. A little swivel. It's going to be deorbiting state. I want to be quick. I don't want to be slow about it. And the poodle will stop working in any type of atmosphere, so... This rover is going to Eve. And thanks for joining. Appreciate it. Appreciate it much. This rover is going to Eve. I'm looking for a better name, so if anybody got a better suggestion, what did I call it? Basic rover unit. Actually, we could probably take the V out and just call it the BRU. Basic rover unit. Maybe we will do that. In fact, I'm going to do it right now before I forget. BRU. Basic rover unit. Save. The brew. Okay, well, we're going to send the brew to Eve. Alright, so next thing we need to do is put this in a capsule or in a protective shell to get it into the air. There we go. This right here. We need the big one. Is that the big one? Oh, we're also going to need a decoupler again. Another decoupler. Decoupler? Yes. Ooh, you know what I should do? Okay, well, this is saved, right? Save? Cool. Yeah, open. Let us open our... Where's it at? Let's see. I'm curious if I can add this to my other mission. Where is it? Because if we didn't launch it yet, Sat Gen 3, the ScanSat Gen 3 Eve and Moho mission. Let's load that up. It has not been launched yet. Oh, it's got 3. It's got 3 on there already. Can we fit? Can we fit any more on the top of this thing? I don't see why not. I don't see why not. Actually, I do see why not. It's because it's a long, thin, pencil-y thing already. Because we kind of need this to... Oh, we got a communication satellite around Eve already, so that's not too big of a deal. Maybe we can... Maybe we don't need to... Maybe we could just use this as our launch base. Yeah, this will work. We'll use this as our launch base. We'll save it as something else. All right, let's peel these guys out. Let's delete the fairing. Remove the struts. Come on, there's a lot of struts in there, wasn't there? Okay, struts removed. Transfer stage is already there, so all I really need to do is put a decoupler there. Is that the right size? Is that a decoupler, or did I grab a stack separator? I want a decoupler, and I probably want that size. And now I will open... No, I don't want to save. Don't save. We look for the brew. The brew? Where's the brew? It should be towards the top. There it is. Brew launcher. Alright, we will merge that. And we will reroute to that. Ba-ding. Look at that. That's not bad. And then... oh, fairing. Fairing, not stage. Build fairing. So we can kind of... just make it a little wider yet. That's as far as I can go for width? Oh, are you kidding me? Oh no, I can go higher. I can go widthier. Widthier? I can't get the... I can't get the dishes in. Okay. Well, hang on. In that case, let's move the dishes to... that kind of interferes with the solar panel. What if we move the dishes to between the parish? I don't know. Doesn't really make much sense anywhere else. Maybe we just go with one dish right at the top. But a bigger one. No? How about we go with the flat dishes? There we go. Flat antennas. Maybe? Well, these will be deployable afterwards, so they should fit right in. And then if I deploy them, extend, that looks good. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, let's try this again. Build fairing. Come out as far and as wide as we can. And I really hate... I want to kind of have a slim profile. Okay. Why can't I? It doesn't want to let me build it there. And then it just wants me to build it big as I can. Okay. Ugh. That's a pretty blunt top, isn't it? Can we edit that? Edit it a little bit. Alright, bring that down to about right there. There. I feel that's a little bit more aerodynamic. Okay, that should cut through the atmosphere. A massive amount of transfer stage. Sorry, my voice is breaking up a little bit here, guys. Let me get another sip of coffee. Okay. I don't know if this is going to work at all. I have no clue. I haven't really made any estimations on, or any calculations on this. We're just wild guessing here. We definitely have we're good in the lifting stage. Yes, we are very good in the lifting stage. What is this? That is out of order. I don't even know where is that? Okay, that's our decouple way up there. Okay, that needs to go up there somewhere. Parachutes need to all go to their own stage and be at the very top. All parachutes, yes, please. All parachutes to your own stage. Thank you. All the way to the top. Okay, that'll help. Alright, now, this engine has got to be by itself somewhere. And that one goes with it. Okay. Now we've got some information, proper information. Now that's low. Ooh, is it because we have a poodle? We have a poodle on this stupid thing? If I have a poodle on this, I'm going to change it. I do. Yeah. I mean, it is a lot more efficient once we get into space. Oh no, we're good. We got plenty of to get this into orbit. I hate to have to use the poodle to try to finish off an orbit. It usually goes bad with the vehicle coming back down to the planet. Lost a big chunk of money that way not long ago, so let's not do that again. So I think this is good because we have plenty of delta in the lifting stage to get it to a full orbit. Clamshell deploys, then our transfer stage activates. And this, where's my other engine? I'm missing an engine here. Where's this engine at? That is an engine, yes? Yeah, I know there's an engine in there. There it is. That would have been bad. Okay, that needs to go up there. That's better. Because that would have been a disaster on the launch pad. And actually, this needs to go up here because that's to release the that's to release the engine and fuel tank. And then can we turn this into a stage? Can we stage that? I don't know. Might have to do it manually. Or turn it into an action group. So action group, you see here. We will do action group 1. We'll actually maybe we'll do 3. Toggle solar panels. Oop. What did it just put it on? No, I don't want it there. I want it in custom 3. There we go. Oh, there's a way to stage it. Okay. Toggle. Those are the only ones that toggle, right? Yeah, the other ones are all just like permanently there. Okay, we're good. There's no panels on this lower area. Nothing to worry about there. Okay, so custom 2 shall be all the antennas. Toggle and let's just extend antennas. Not toggle them at all. There's no reason to retract them once they're extended for the most part. And I can do it manually if it really needs to be done. So extend antennas. And those can be extended pretty much as soon as the... Ooh, you know what? I do see a little issue with our vehicle. Well, yeah, I think those antennas should be good enough to get communications. I hope. Eve is kind of a distance away right now, so... it might not be a bad idea to just throw some extra antennas on that don't need to be extended, like these big relays. And these could even... where could I... yeah, if I was going to leave them in orbit of Eve as a thing, I would have to put them on this transfer stage. Then I have to put power on it. Let's see if we can do it without it. Okay, do without those anyway. I could throw a couple of these little guys on there, but this is what I would really need to be able to communicate back. Actually, this right here is what I could use to communicate back to Kerbin. In fact, I'm going to throw 2 of them on it, just to be sure, and they should be okay where they're at for aerodynamics. Now, the question is, the current question is, do I have a probe core in this? And I do! Look at that. So that will become a communication satellite. And in fact, undo. That, tow that away. In fact, I am going to go with a 4-way communications because I want a real strong communication to Eve, because my current satellite that's there has only one of these, and it can barely communicate when it's on the other side of the sun, so I get spotty communication. We don't want that. We want better communication. There we go. That'll be our an extra communication satellite once we get there. Oh, and it's going to need some solar panels to power that communications on a permanent basis. And I think I will just do 4 of these, 3 of these, 2 of these, 2 of these. I'll just do them a little lower on here, and that's gonna be fine. I think that's fine because these are going to be protected by they're not going to be much effect on the aerodynamics going on. Is what I'm trying to say. I hope. Okay, let's rename this because it is definitely not the Gen 3 now. It is a BRU Eve ends launch. Save. Okay. Can you guys do you guys notice anything that I have missed at this point? Yes, we are a reusable rocket system here. Our lifting stage is a return. It does return. Ooh, speaking of, I think I need. No, it should be fine. I lost a couple of these guys last time, and I'm wondering if I double up on them, if it would, if it would improve it at all, like that. And are these still on the action group? They are on Custom 1. Air brake toggles. Good. And that's there too. Good. Oh, cool. When I copied them, it copied it over. I don't know what all those things are. That's weird. Okay. But anyway, what's our brakes? Oh, brakes. Obviously toggles the air brakes as well. Didn't even think about that. Oh, it's going to toggle the rover brakes too. Well, we're not going to use it. We use custom one for that once we're ready to deploy it. Okay, let's save that again. Let's go back to okay. Anything else that you might think that I have forgotten? Oh, I think we're good. I think we're ready to put this on Launchpad, guys. Mission of the day. Yeah, because this is probably going to take most of the day. All right, let's launch this thing. Let's launch this thing. Now, because we are so far from a perfect Eve launch window, we're going to have to do a lot of excessive. We're going to use a lot more energy getting there than we would normally if we waited. So I am thinking about going ahead and launching this. Now, we have another mission that does need to go to Eve as well, so... but that one's a double mission. It's going to Eve and Moho. So let's... it looks good. Let's turn our SAS on. We're just going to get it into orbit first. Let's double check our staging. Something is not right because there should not be a decoupler down there. That should be up there. Not sure how that got like that, but now I'm worried that some of my staging ain't right. That's good. That's good. That's good. Okay, we're good again. It was just that one bad thing. All right, Z. And we're ready to launch in 3, 2, 1, go. Ooh, I didn't think this would be that slow. We are at full throttle. Oh, it's because we got the larger transfer stage. That's right. I didn't think about that. I maybe would have. We don't want to use these solid boosters. I mean, worst case scenario, if I need to, I'll switch these outer these guys, these skippers. I can switch them out for mainsails, and we'll have more than enough thrust to weight ratio for a larger vessel on top. Now, whether we'll still have enough delta V to get into orbit or not at that stage, I'm not sure. We might have to extend these side tanks up a little bit more to compensate for the difference in efficiency between the skipper and the mainsail if we do that on future missions. But this one, the lollipop, the brew lollipop, is headed for space. Did you slow time? I did not slow time. You can't slow it. You can't slow it down to more than 1x. That's a mod for that, but no, I don't think that's necessary. I could speed it up, but that kind of tends to make things go wonky, so I try not to do that on launch too much. At least not until I'm up past the wonky part of the atmosphere here. Once I get up into that light blue there, or that dark blue there, light blue is the lowest altitude, but once I get up into that portion of the atmosphere, I feel okay to go ahead and switch it to the orbit thing and go prograde. Also want to be looking at my Apple apps here at this point because I don't want to get that excessively high. I want to go around 75 for a nice low insertion orbit. Low altitude orbit. Yeah, anyway, that's what we're shooting for. About 75 before we cut our engines and wait until a little bit. Now this is where I think it's okay to go ahead and physics work. The engines aren't running. We're just coasting along waiting to get to a particular point. Now we oh no, we're not quite out of the atmosphere. Okay, this is like, and once we're out of the atmosphere we can stage, which would be pretty soon here. Let's just keep it going. There we go. Now we're out. We can stage, and that's going to throw off that clamshell, lose a little bit of weight, which is good. And we're going to go ahead and, you know, I didn't extend these. I didn't put these antennas on an action group, but we'll go ahead and extend them now. And we can also extend these solar panels. Extend antenna, and still on prograde. T-minus 7 seconds. Ah! Don't pay attention. Need to go, 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 go. T-minus 5, 4, okay. And switching it to stability assist because we waited a little too long on our insertion burn. Oops, I was paying attention to some other stuff. Now we even want to tip up just a little bit. We are headed down, and I want to... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Maybe we didn't have enough in that lower stage. We will switch back to our other, oh shoot. We need to... Man, that's not what I wanted at all. Not what I wanted at all. We need to be getting our periaps up. Come on, periaps, get up there. Get up there, periaps. Oh, this is gonna not be... This is not ideal. Not ideal. I think we're gonna make it into orbit, but not with the full fuel, that's for sure. Get this up to... Okay, stop right there. Okay, so I'm going to do a little cheaty thing here. This would totally burn up if we stayed with it. We're not going to stay with it. Right now, we can switch off and go back to our landing vessel. Oh, bummer, man. I had like 2 inches or an inch of coffee left in my cup. Big nasty fly flew in it, and I'm not going to be able to drink that. Yuck. And we're going to go... Oh, bud. And my kitty cat. We're going to go fly the debris. We got 3 things here. We probably want one of the probes. Okay, we want... Okay, that's the... Okay. We don't want the debris, but we want the probe. Okay, is that the right one? Or is that the right one? That's the right one. We're going to fly that one. And then hopefully we're going to just fly this one. We're going to immediately stage all the stages to get the parachutes active. Deploy the things. Not worry about our SAS, because that's not a thing we need to worry about. Deploy our air brakes. Have been deployed. Okay. Don't worry, it'll straighten itself out. I think. Maybe I do need to SAS that. Try to just retrograde if I can. Although maybe this spinning and tipping stuff will help, distribute heat, and I won't have to worry so much about potential explosions. But I think parachutes are deployed. We're all good there. We can go ahead and time warp this up. I'm okay with it. If we lose a little bit of this, I'm not too concerned. But it looks like the extra air brakes are, in fact, doing exactly what I wanted and slowing it down just a little further and just distributing the heat just enough to prevent anything from blowing up. Perfect. There we go. Can we retract our air brakes now? Wait for it to land. Cool, we got the whole thing back today. That's awesome. And now, because we were not following the other vehicle, it won't burn up in the atmosphere, because it'll just orbit around, and then we'll pick it back up after it's through the atmosphere. We'll go back to watching. Cover! Oh, come on. I was supposed to fall over. Recover it. There we go. I guess if it lands on a ground, it doesn't fall over. But if it lands in the water, it falls over. I guess if it lands on a pretty uneven ground, it would fall over too. There we go. 77,000 earned back. That was about what? A third? A quarter? Quarter of the launch cost, I think. Yeah, so it's a great way to save credits, monies. All right, back to the tracking station. We will go see where our mission is currently at in its orbit. This one. Is it close to its apoapse? Oh, it is. Look at that. Look at that. Perfect. It's time to fly it. Perfect time to fly it. See, it got through the atmosphere. Now we're ready to go back to it. So that worked out. Prograde. We are climbing, yes. Time to periapse to 1 minute. Okay, perfect. Time to apoapse. We just need to get that periapse a little bit higher there. And then we need to think about some kind of gravity assist to get to Duna. Because, yeah, we are definitely going to want to do that. Because we don't have enough fuel here to do otherwise. I mean, yeah, I'm not even sure this mission is going to be successful. We're going to push forward anyway. We'll get something from it. Hopefully. Set as target. So yeah, it is very not the best time to go. How's this going to work out? Or is it a good time to go? I don't know. I don't think so. It feels like, I mean, it's supposed to be like, what, 50 degrees to the... Yeah, it's like really way off. Really way off. We're not going to get there like I want to, I don't think. But we're going to try. We are still going to try. So we need to head out that way. That way. Okay. So that means putting our maneuver node about right here. Going this way, out of Kerbin's orbit. Yeah. Something like that. Something like that. Can we even make it, Yeah, there we go. But here's the thing. Well, how much delta V is that going to cost? 1,000 delta V. So we only got 2,700. We need to stop in our orbit. I mean, we need to put this thing in orbit of Eve. And I'm not sure that, I mean, I think we would technically have enough, but I'd like to have a wide margin. So we want to slingshot this past the moon. So let's see how many orbits that's going to take to get that encounter. So we go 1 orbit, 2 orbit, 3 orbit, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, there it is. Okay. And that's what we're probably looking at here. They're not calculating the rest? Can't calculate the rest of that. But... oh, you know what I should have done before I did all that? Was to decrease... our... we really want to encounter the moon right over here, so let's move this around a little bit and increase this, and then back it off an orbit or 2. Nice. That's looking like the maneuver I want, because that gets very close to the moon, it looks like. Can't tell exactly, but if I go to the moon and look, yeah, that's too close. But we can adjust that afterwards. But that's approximately a maneuver I want. What if I even turn that back 1 more orbit? That's not bad either. But then I can do something like that. And then I can adjust this down right before I do the maneuver. Okay, so the maneuver node is many days away. That's good because we need days to pass to get closer to our ideal window for launch. And we will launch the satellites, the communication satellites, at that ideal window. I'm not sure if which vehicle is going to actually get there today. No kabooms. No kabooms. Not. We're trying not to kaboom today, as much as possible. But let's oof. This is gonna be okay. My apologies for anybody who sorry for all those epileptic people out there. There we go. Time warp complete. Prograde, please. Prograde me, please. Looks like we got a burn time of 2 minutes and 27 seconds. So, what would that be? 2:30 would be 1:15. So I got to start my burn pretty soon here. About 1:15. Warp up to that point. And then we'll start the burn, and then I'll turn the warp up again, I guess. There we go, 1:15. Maximum speed. So we ended up saving about 300 Delta V, it looks like. Or we will end up saving about 300 Delta V, maybe a little more. Alright, let's turn our warp down here. See if I can get a little more precision on my maneuver. Alright, let's kill that. Let's see where we're at. Okay, cool. Let's just go prograde. We should be able to push this number down just a little bit. Yep. Pushing it down. Wait. Is it pushing it down? It's going up now. Okay, I better stop. Retrograde? Might need to go radial in rather than either of those things at this point. I'm not sure. We'll try a little retrograde. I could potentially throw a maneuver up here. Oh, it's definitely dropping it though. And then it goes back up. Okay. So, want to wait a little bit then and do a maneuver a little further out in orbit. We would do a radial in. Yes. That seems to be the best. Oop, don't do none of that. Would that change it at all? We want to get that periap super low. And for the maximum, we want like the maximum amount of gravity assist we can get there. That's pretty close. 10K is about what I would want ideally. Let's pin that so I can see it. Oh, we're at 8. Okay, so that's our maneuver. That's our maneuver right there. See if we can get on it. What was it? More like a radial in. Actually, we just warp to it first of all. Before we do anything, let's just warp to it because yeah, it's not like we got to be super precise on this one. As far as like when to start the burn or whatever, we don't have to be super precise. I mean, because it is just a slight correction thing. All right, there. Yep. Okay. $60. Okay, we can kill that maneuver now. 20, 19, 15, 10. Ooh, right there. That's what I want. Okay, let's see where that puts us in the overall. Oh, you know what? What was it? What was it? Button 1? No, 2? There's the antennas. Extend all those antennas. Yeah, 10K. Oh, that's what I wanted. It was a zoom way out here. And it's not gonna be able to tell me because it's too many orbits ahead to calculate. Okay, so we got to get at least 2 here. So warp to there, and then that's going to. Yep, can we warp to there? And then that's going to tell us where we're going to end up. We're going to be able to see where we're going to end up from there. Let's see here. And that's the big question is, are we going... Okay, there's our purple orbit. That's what we're looking for. Purple orbit is actually really close to Eve's orbit there. I think if we... well, we're going to have to wait till... we're going to have to wait till we're past the moon, but once we're past the moon, I think we can... Yeah, we'll be good there at that point. Yep. So let's go ahead and warp all the way to... Can we warp to there? Where do we actually leave Kerbin? Oh, hey, let's warp here. That way we'll get... Bye, Kerbin. That way we'll get out of Kerbin's influence, and then we'll be able to figure out from there what we're doing. Because, and now, is Eve still set as our target? That's a good question. Could be. Yes, it is still set as our target. Now, I would really want to make a maneuver here if I was going to... Ain't no way I'm catching it on this orbit. It's going to be like a whole other orbit around. Well, for one, I would want to fix our... Yeah. Fix this. Do about like that. Dish. Yeah. Because we want descending node to be right at the close to the periaps, and then we'd also want to... Well... I don't want to make any more corrections right there, but then we would possibly add a second maneuver. What I should do is get my orbit down to a crossing Eve's orbit so we can actually start seeing some arrows. Which, in fact, let's just kill that. Oof, that's a big amount of delta, wasn't it? To change the inclination. Jeez. Oof. I think it was. Maybe. Okay, anyway. Let's just warp ahead a little bit. Oh, can't do it from here? Map. Get out of Kerbin's... There we go. Now we're out of Kerbin's influence. We're out in the solar orbit. Okay, cool. Oh, I see. I do need to kind of like warp here to the Apple app. That's going to be a few days. And that's going to allow Kerbin to get ahead of me a bit so that I don't accidentally fall back into its orbit. What is that? A Duna relay. What? I have a Duna relay headed to Duna. How did that... What? What? I don't remember launching that. What's it doing there? It's a good question. We might have to explore that here in a minute. Okay. Retrograde, please. Yeah, we're gonna have to go look at that, see what that is, because I don't remember. Wait, hang on, let me look at it. Is it a Gen 3? It is a Gen 3. Don't remember. Did we launch a Gen 3 to Duna? I can't remember now. Anyway, we're in retrograde. Let's get our orbit down to crossing Eve's orbit here. Let's do that. That looks like it did it. Okay, let's focus on the sun. But the sun, not whatever that is. I don't know what I just focused on. Oh, there's something that we're supposed to orbit around the sun. That's right. I vaguely remember that. That's right. There's a satellite that needs to be... I remember now. We launched the Duna mission. It's in orbit of Kerbin, but then we took the solar satellite and sent it out into solar orbit, but we never matched the orbit. That's right. I remember now. Because it's got to go all the way down close to Duna. Or Eve, I mean, not Duna. Duna would be up. Okay. Does this cross? It's so hard to tell. Okay, let's do a little more here. I want to make sure we're going to cross Eve's orbit and not... Okay, so it's at 95. We're down 96. A little closer. There we go. Now we're definitely going to cross. Cool. Now I should be able to... That is target again, please. Thank you. Now I should be able to fix my inclination right here. Add a maneuver. And we're looking at that one. Yes. Okay, then if I do that... Oh, that's hilarious. So, yeah, Duna is going to be... Eve's going to be way up there. And we're going to be down here. So we're not getting there in this orbit. So we're going to be... I guess we're setting up future missions today. Setting up things for next week. And I hope you guys are. We'll be back next week to enjoy the fruits of our labor for today. I guess. Wow, 433. Well, that's going to be cutting it close for getting into an orbit of Duna in the end. We're using up that deltas. We're using up our deltas. But that is definitely got to be done. Now, how many days away that is? That is 117 days away. And if we look, I think our I think our other satellites are going to get there first. What am I looking at here? Oh yeah. I need the alarm. That's what I wanted to look at. So my Duna Kerbin is now in 120 days. My Eve one's in like 290 days away. Really? Yeah, I guess that makes sense. It's so far off. Yeah, so yeah, this thing's gonna probably end up going a whole several years before it lands. I'm thinking so. But 117 days away. If I warp up some amount of time closer to that maneuver, let's actually create an alarm. No, not a manual alarm. Maneuver. Does it okay. Time unit of 170 time off. What? That margin. Okay, did I do that? Okay, it did. It did it right. That was weird. Yeah, I'm gonna have to like watch a tutorial or something on this stupid alarm clock because it's funky. Then let us go. So that's got a maneuver set. In fact, actually, no. Let's go back to the map because there was a satellite to look at. Come. There we go. There was this thing to look at. Switch to that. Does this thing have maneuvers? Got fuel. Okay, good. It's got fuel. Oh yeah, that's right. This is our one of our scanners. This is our Sentinel that's working on some of our missions for us. We need to still reach the designated orbit around the sun. That's this mission right here. Okay, cool. Designated orbit around the sun. Just roll out, which is that, right? Did that just focus on Eve as my target? It did. Not what I wanted. There we go. That's what I want. Okay, so and it looks like the ascending or the periaps is pretty close to that, and our ascension descension's perfect on this already, so we don't got to worry about that. So what we really need to do is just get down to that periaps and circularize, which is add a maneuver. Let's just plan for that. And then we'll know if we have enough delta V for one. It's 5-7, and we do have enough to complete the maneuvers to get this thing into the. But what we want is periaps over on the other side and the apoaps on this side. So look at that. Well, if we execute that maneuver, we'll have just enough to finish it off if it doesn't accept that as close enough. But that now maneuver is 153 days out, so alarm clock. Great alarm. Maneuver. Add alarm. 153 days out. Okay, cool. Now we got another thing. Cool. I hope this is going to work out for us in the future. Yes, it was before I had coffee. It certainly was before I had coffee. Let's see here. Now that that's taken care of, we need to... I think we need to go back to the Space Center now. We've made plans. Our next critical thing is at 120 some days. We should have the Duna. The rest of the... Let's check on that. Do we have the rest of the... Okay, yeah, Duna. It's right there. And then the rest of it should be still in orbit around... Yep, there it is. It's still in orbit around Kerbal. So let's... Well, that one is... That maneuver is... Right, okay. That maneuver is not far away. And let me check that one. That's going to be the next alarm, right? No. Oh, the next alarm is our maneuver to change the inclination of our rover lander. Thing. Goosh. So many things. And then Kerbal and Eve transfers so far away, we don't have to worry about that right now. Periapse. Why is that? Oh, I see. Okay. We got two things going on there. At the same time, I think that is the same vessel too, so maybe? Anyway. What was I about? Oh, yeah. I know what I need to do. What I need to do next is... Well, we should look at our missions first of all. Do we have anything we can get going right now? Like launch. We need to recover a module from orbit of Kerbal. Okay, I know that's going to be a rescue thing. Recover science data from space around Kerbal. Oh, that's easy. Where's one of our satellites? Yep, let's fly that. That's a super easy. We might as well just clear that. That's a couple bucks. And log gravity data, transmit. That's even data we didn't have for this. That's good. What is this module? No, there's no science to get from that. There we go. Boom. Not only did we get a little bit of new data, that should have checked off that mission. Yes. Okay, save Chattis and Chattis. That's going to be that. Recovery. Okay, transmit or recover science data from surface of Eve. We've launched that mission. Altimetry data. 95%. Do a group. Oh, okay. That mission's launched, but it's waiting for transfer window. High resolution scan of Eve. That one is way far away because we broke our scanner. Dang it, broke one of the scanners, and that's the whole reason for sending that second mission out there. Do you have? Get Gilly, and of course that one's going to be this. These two are going to be the same. So, but they're far away on launch window. I should check the timing on this, by the way. Do I have enough time for that? I'd have to go look at my actual thing. So back to Space Center. Let's see if we've got enough time to do these missions. If not, we're going to have to try to figure out how to accelerate our time frame. Because so not the Duna one. The Eve one's though going to be the longest. Okay, I have 3 years, almost 4, about 3.5 years to do it. Okay, we should be okay. High resolution scan of Eve. Scan this one's. Oh, this one's 5 years. Plenty of time for that. And Duna is also 5 years. 5 years. Okay, good. So this is the most critical one, and that one's going to be taken care of. And then amendments ones, they should be close to finishing soon. Okay, cool. So what we really need to do is set up a rescue mission for next time. So that's not going to be today. But I do want to go out and visit the Indigo Voyage, transmit some science, maybe advance the time a little bit so we get closer to having some of those other things all fall into place for the next stream. It does look like we are mapping some satellites, or some asteroids, though. I just realized I seen them on the map there for a second before we jumped into this one. But let's see how much science we got sitting here. That's probably a good idea that we came by because it has almost 400 science waiting to transmit. So transmit the science. Actually, we just regular warp for this. Transmit the science. Science transmitted. Nice. And we are down a little bit of data, so it is okay to review the data and see if we can pump a little bit more data in there. Whatever will go. There we go. We managed to get 3 pieces in, and now we're back up to a full load of data. Love it. Love it. Okay. And let's see where we are at in our orbit. Are we even near Kerbin anymore? Yes, we are still relatively close to Kerbin. Relatively near Kerbin. And that's okay. We probably will want to adjust our orbit around the APWAPs to come back through the Kerbin system, because we're going to need to. Gyros? Yes, absolutely. It is Saturday. It is Gyro Day. Saturday is now officially known as Gyro Day. Or Euro Day, if you prefer that pronunciation. Although, don't confuse it with the European currency. We're talking about the sandwich. Okay. So yeah, this is looking wonderful out here. Good to go. I think we can go ahead and leave these guys until the next mission. Don't forget, when we do send the Gemini mission, we will be sending four Kerbals, and I will be naming them according to you guys. So I've got 2 of those names designated. So the relief crew for the Indigo Voyage is going to be patron named. Patron? Yeah, I guess you guys are patrons. But yeah, patron viewer name. So we will be making those 4 Kerbals dedicated to the viewers. But that's not for a few more missions. We will get it done. It's probably going to be sometime in December. I'm hoping to wrap this whole thing up by the end of December. So we may end up throwing some extra streams in December to do that, because we got a lot of places to go with the Indigo Voyage. And the main thing is getting to the being able to have the Gemini mission to upgrade it. And then once that's done, it's just a matter of plotting our courses and, letting time pass and all that. And I think once we get all that science unlocked, and we can start converting all of our science points into monies, and then we're going to be able to unlock everything real quick and then have lots of money for future missions. So I think it's going to snowball pretty fast from this point, especially after these missions that we launched today end up getting to their destination and we receive the cash for all that. But let's see, if I was to add them in 20 days, does this tell me? Right here it tells me, okay, 36 days. So if we wanted to go to like right there, that would be 94 days. Hang on. And these guys produce science at a rate of 14 per day. So calculator open real quick. And they can hold a maximum of 500 science, right? 500 science. So 500 divided by 14 is 35 days. So if I jump ahead 35 days, I'll have another 500 science, and we will be closer to some more maneuvers for our other things. Map. I kind of wanted to keep that. Add a maneuver. We need to find the 35-day mark. Nope, I don't care about the maneuver. I just want to find the 35-day mark, which is about right there-ish. Right there-ish. Okay. And then we're going to warp to it. Yay! Right, can I kill a maneuver? Does that cancel the warp? Ah, it did. Warp here. But yeah, that's just making our science go nuts. Science up, science. So we're going to have any problem. In fact, once I know that I have enough science stored, I can actually start converting all my science into money at that point. And then it could actually help unlock all that science. The building itself. And then, yeah. I'm also curious to see if my calculation was close. Because as you go and the data drops, the rate drops. So we're not getting out 14 science a day this whole trip. And as you can see, it is actually going down. We're going to end up with considerably less than I just calculated. Interesting. Of course, I didn't do the exact 35 days either because I kind of lost the maneuver and then come back in. But 400 or 360 more science, that's good. Transmit that. we'll warp ahead to get that transmitted as well. And transmitted. Okay, and then we can again review the data and keep. Oh, it's not going to let me. Nope. There was one. There's one. Keep. It gets all weird sometimes. I'll come back to it later. Those should unlock again. Anyway, data is restored. We're back up to 14 a day. You know what I haven't done for a bit? I haven't seen if anybody is ready to level up here. Is anybody ready to level up? No astronauts are ready to gain experience. Okay, good. That's okay. But our scientists are level 3 because they're out in orbit of the sun, and they passed. I think both of them have been on the surface of Memnus. Because remember, we landed this on Memnus, and that's how I managed to get that experience. Don't think we landed on the moon, though. No, we did not. But we do need to eventually plan to get back into orbit of Memnus. So let's plan to cross Memnus's orbit. Like, if we said Memnus is my target, or set Memnus. What am I talking about? Kerbin. Sorry. Kerbin. We need to get back into to go back into the Kerbin system at some point here. So, and you can see we're getting farther and farther away as we go around. So we need to cut that. Back down. Did we get it? Are we going through? No, not quite. Can I do that with the maneuver thing down here? Maneuvering node? No, this. What is docking toggle map? No, maneuver mode. How do I do the thing with the thing? Docking mode, toggle map. I don't know. Oh, maybe it's because I don't have a maneuver node, or because I didn't have. Ah, there it is. Now it's down there. But so I should be able to do it like from here, right? Whoa. Actually, let's just start over. What if we did it like right here. Instead, because we need to make the maneuver relatively soon. For one, our ascending should not be like a degree off, or a 0.1 degree off. There we go. And then, yeah, much better. Brings us really close to an approach right there. Oh, in fact, look at that. That brings us back into almost an orbit. Perfect. And it's such a small amount of delta V that it's almost insignificant. Okay, cool. So wherever that is, what is that, prograde? No, it's not gonna be some kind of retrograde close to. Cool. So let's get this maneuver done. We'll wrap up the stream there, and then we'll have all kinds of awesome things to do next stream. Maybe we'll make it a slightly longer one because we need to get a little progress done. I wasn't super prepared today, to be honest. To be fully honest, because of events that are going on in my real life and spending time at the farm with my uncle, I have not had a lot of chance to do any kind of prep or even thought about what I've been doing with the channel. So it is what it is. But I hope you guys have enjoyed the stream today so far, and we got a little bit more to do. We will get it done here in a second, and then we're gonna wrap. Like I said, we're gonna wrap this up, and we'll be back later today. We're gonna try Astroneer again. Hopefully we won't have so much connection issues today. We'll see. There's a couple things in discussion that I need to talk with my wife about that might help. So we'll get and I'll do that off thing. But do come back at 2 o'clock for the Astroneer stream. So we'll be doing that. Let's go ahead, warp to that maneuver node. That's kind of perfect. Beautiful indigo voyage. Traveling around the sun. Ooh, we're gonna have more science to transmit when we get there too. Yeah, we are. How close are we to our alarms now? Much closer. That's good, but not too close. So we will transmit our science. While we're doing that, we will go ahead and do our maneuver. And I'm going to look here. Sure, we're straight on that maneuver. Okay. Shoot. I don't want it to be. Okay, hang on. Shut down the main engine here. I think we could just do a retrograde prograde thing at this point to get it. I don't want to impact the surface of Kerbal. I want to actually go around it. There we go. That's not bad. Ooh, but that's in a reverse of what I would like. Okay. Yep. Ooh. That completely turned it off. Okay. Prograde. I want to go the other way around, Kerbal, not yeah, let's kill the maneuver. We know we're close. We know we're super close. Yes. It's going to be a Kerbal December. It is going to be a Kerbal December. That's good. good. I should use that as a campaign. Ooh. Really want it to go the other way around the planet. If I go just... No. Hit the wrong key. Too much stress. Fortunately, this thing has some pretty good SAS units on it, so... Come on. Give me. Ah! Turn! It went right by again. Ah, oh, so touchy. Okay. Alright. Use guys. Okay. Shut down. And shut down. Down to 2 engines. Okay. Gotta give it just touch of auto-saving. Okay. Alright, well, I guess the Gemini is going to have to launch into a retrograde orbit. Oh, wait. No, that's all right. That's what I want right there. That is what I want. Now we're actually coming in and going in a proper orbit. Okay, no more. Don't do nothing. Okay, so let's. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a maneuver right here, just to do this, so we can stay in orbit of Kerbin. And then the Gemini will go up and meet it in that orbit. And we could even lower it much more to make it easier for the Gemini to catch us. And keep it crossing Memnus, because one of the things we may do is when we send the new crew, we'll get them in the Voyager, and then they can do a moon landing and a Memnus landing. That way they get all the XP for it. That we knew, because they're going to be relatively new Kerbals. I'm going to rename some of my low-level guys that we've rescued to be able to do that. So that will do that, and now we can add an alarm for this as well. To pin, create an alarm, and it's going to be the maneuver we just made. That's going to be in 422 days? Is that what it says? No. That can't be right. It says 40 years. I don't think that's right. Is that? No, it can't be right. That's not right. Okay. Yeah, no, that's not right. When is it? 40 years. I don't think that's right. I mean, is it really saying that like 40 years from now we're gonna eventually have this encounter over there? Okay, I don't know. I'm gonna leave it like that. We'll figure it out. Maybe I'll have to make some more adjustments to get that to a different time frame. But yeah, I don't know about that. I don't think they're gonna be out there 40 years. I'll make sure of it. Even if we got to go send the Gemini and meet them in solar orbit. But that maneuver should keep them from getting too far off of too far away from Kerbin, I hope, which is the idea. Yeah, I'm just gonna kill that. I don't think that's right. Is it? I mean, it don't take 40 years for Kerbin to go that far around, right? I mean, years would be orbits of the sun. I don't know. Anyway, I'm going to guess that was one of those things that is just failing. But you can see that we do have unknown objects out here now. Isn't that nice? We can go capture a satellite. I think I might. Now that would add too much to the series. I was thinking about adding that tourism package that Twitchy plays with. I really like the idea of it. But I've already got a real set plan for this. I don't think I'm going to make any more modifications to what I'm using as far as mods go. We're going to play it out just like it is. So, but there we go. This thing should eventually come back to Kerbin. It says it is in 40 years or so. I don't think we're going to wait that long to make that happen. But we've got missions on the go. Ready for next week. So I Got like 5 more minutes. Sure, why not? We'll head back to the Space Center. We got like 5 more minutes of the stream. We will set up the rocket that we will be launching at the beginning of next stream, because that's only going to take a few seconds. Because that is just a matter of... In fact, I'm not even sure I need to do anything to it other than make sure that the crew is correct, because we're going to send a tow package. Another big... Whoa, actually... There's something we can do to the tow package, because we don't need the deorbiters now. Tow package single? Maybe? Is that the one I want? Let me check. It is. We don't technically need these deorbiters, although I'm thinking about, now that I'm thinking about it, maybe it wouldn't be a bad idea to send them up. And I'm also thinking, what if we threw a parachute on those deorbiters as well? I mean, they could have some potential to bring some things down and collect. Seriously considering it. Yeah, it might be doable. Might be a doable thing. They could even... I could do parachutes. Yeah, like if I threw a radial mount parachute in each one of these, does that throw me over my part limit? No, not even close. Or even 2. Like if I put one on each side of it. Here, let me adjust that a little bit more. Around about there. Because there's no decoupler on this, so it would just go all the way down. It probably would need a drogue chute too, just because that seems the safe thing to do. This needs one out this way. One. Looks like they're lined up pretty good. And then of course if you would do the drogue chutes as well, slow it down in the upper atmosphere. Yeah, maybe just one. And, you know, and we'll launch it like that. So, let's look at the missions that this is going to be going for. Double check to make sure that we have what we need. We have a couple of docking ports there to remove and then place onto the things that we need to bring back. So we need to recover the module. WP something something and bring it to Kerbin. So it's in orbit of Kerbin. Okay, cool. But then we also need to go to the moon. Where is it at? Okay, we need to save Chavis and the scrap that he is riding in. So there are 2 vessels that we need to bring back. So in order to do that, so could we maybe use one of these deorbiter thing guys to get that 1 piece of scrap, and then use the main vessel to bring back Chavis and Chavis' scrap? I think that will do. I think we can do that. So we will just resave this, because all we did was add a couple parachutes. It's ready to go for the next mission. The next 2 missions that will begin at the beginning of the stream next week. I hope you've enjoyed this stream, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Don't forget to hit subscribe if you want to help with the channel. Tell all your friends to come watch us next Saturday. That's the way to do it. That's if you really, really, really want to help us out. Post it to your favorite social media and all that other fun stuff. But I've had a good time. I hope you had a good time. I'm sorry about my voice today. It's a little crackly. You know, it is what it is. Hopefully it'll be a little bit better next week. Or come back in 2 hours and see if it's cleared up a little bit. Because we're going to be back with some Astroneer in just a little bit. But thanks for watching, guys. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and leave out of there. I really appreciate it. Thank you to my patrons. You just don't know how much that helps me out. It really does. It's keeping me going. It's keeping my mental attitude up. And I super appreciate it. So guys, thank you again, and I will catch you later.